were debanking at an incredible clip. If you said the wrong thing, companies would make a big show of saying that they didn't want to serve you anymore. You had companies like Patagonia saying that they didn't want to, fulfill orders for petroleum companies or fossil fuel companies, which is hilarious because 90% of Patagonia products are made with fossil fuels. So you had these weird situation where it was almost as if like corporate America felt that they were in charge of their customers and not the other way around. And that's another reason to really push back as vehemently as possible on this phenomenon, because we just can't live like that. America was not founded on the idea that people could start companies and then use them to lord over the individual and decide how they're going to run their lives, especially given the fact, just to take banking, for example, how heavily subsidized that industry is. I mean, that's ridiculous. They're effectively like a privatized post office. The idea that they would be in charge of getting to decide who they want to bank and who they don't think is worthy of having a bank account is just absurd. I think they've definitely come off that position. They're now downplaying. They were bragging about, debanking some people because they, were guilty of wrongthink or whatever. Now, when I'm in debates or discussions with banking professionals, they constantly tell me that, the phenomenon wasn't, it was never really that bad, and a lot of cases that were misunderstandings and that kind of thing. And, I'm sure there were some misunderstandings, but it's insane to think that there wasn't a real phenomenon, as we saw with like Nigel Farage, a guy who could very well be the Prime Minister of England at a future date, was debanked in England. Now, obviously, that's a different country, but it doesn't really matter. When you saw corporate America pushing this, that was part of what was so stunning about it, is that they were all sort of acting in lockstep. And when you see someone canceled, like, say, for example, Alex Jones, they would get kicked off of like 4 or 5 major platforms within a day, within 24 hours. There's no doubt when you see that level of concerted effort that there's something going on behind the scenes that's not just individual companies making a decision. There's a concerted effort to push a political agenda. And, there's questions of whether that's even legal, but it certainly isn't the kind of thing that we should be supporting or allowing in a country that's ostensibly, free and one where we want companies to support our freedoms, not punish them.
The Virginia Lottery is like a symphony of play. You've got scratchers, print and play, online games, and draw games like Pick 3 and Keno. You put them all together and perfect harmony. But it doesn't matter if you play a single note or you're a one-man band. All that matters is play. Play on at VALottery.com. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. 888-532-35